Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I said hey.
Hey.
Welcome back to my channel.
Hey girl.
Hey y'all, I'm Jazmyn W. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Y'all know I like to jump right into it, but first I must let you know if you haven't subscribed to my channel and you here, baby, what are we doing and why are we doing it?
Period.
Okay. I know I've been off. I took a month off. I turned 35. There's gonna be some content coming out about my solo trip. Cancun trip to Mexico and stuff like that. Just some cute videos about solo travel. It was my first solo travel trip and stuff like that. So make sure you are subscribed. Also, I want to tell y'all, I know y'all probably tired of me getting sick and stuff like that. I've been to the doctor. I've been to all the doctors and my immune system just sucks because my baby's in daycare. So if you notice that I've been a little bit coughy and off the past since 2024, that's why. Today we're talking about Married at First Sight reunion part 1. I've been watching all the episodes. I haven't been making videos about it. I mean, what is there to talk about? It's the same shit over and over. We did have the decision day. I was not surprised about anything that happened during decision day, but we're gonna get into it. Let's start with the most boring couple, like we do every week on my channel or whatever. It's Lauren and Orion. Lauren and Orion is the most boring. I did miss the first 12 minutes of the reunion, but my mom told me that, and I also went to Twitter to look, that the couples this season had a pact that they were going to make it through the season so that they can get their money. Yeah, basically, so they can get their money for appearing on the show. And that makes sense. It totally checks out. Do I think this is the first time that a couple, not as a group, but individually has decided that they were going to stay together? No. I think this has happened before because people want their money. That's why they come on the show. I mean, we know that this show is not realistic anymore. It's just for entertainment. Every now and then you get a black couple on here who really want to be together. Shout out to Woody and Amani. I think they having their first baby or second baby now. Yeah, like it's just something about a lot of times it's difficult. I feel like as a black woman, I'm biased, but it's more difficult for us to fake the funk. I'm sorry.
It's
because we're not about to stay with you if we want to be with you. We have had some black guys on the show who are a hot ass mess. Don't get me wrong, but it feels like whenever we have a black couple, it gives me more hope. At least
it do.
Anyway, Lauren said that Orion was on the show to gain exposure for his community. I don't know if that's true, because if he was actually on the show to gain exposure for his community and that was his number one reason for being on the show, would he have, like, why didn't he stay with you so he could gain exposure for his community then?
Right. Why wasn't he on here?
Like, if he really wanted to bring about more awareness to the indigenous community, he did a poor job at doing that because he broke off the marriage during the honeymoon.
And didn't come back on the show.
So I just personally don't think that he was on the show to bring awareness to the indigenous community. Maybe that you felt like that initially, but that didn't supersede his desire to break up with you. I also don't understand why Lauren is constantly looking for Orion to be her friend, Orion to be keep in contact with her, Orion to keep his word. He don't want to be with you. He don't like you. Y'all aren't friends.
Yeah,
y'all didn't have a relationship before this show. Like, he honestly don't really owe you nothing either.
Not a dollar.
Like, I think Lauren really needs to move on. Somebody asked me earlier today if Lauren had reached out to me. Earlier this season, she did reach out to me to give me a little bit of tea. She watched my videos and stuff like that. No, she hasn't. So, okay. That's it on them. We already knew they were going to stay together because they broke up before the season was even halfway over. Because I don't think Orion, and I said this before, when Lauren started talking about eating coochie, he was like,
deuces.
As soon as she said, I like my man to have a lot of foreplay with me and maybe put his lips on my coochie, he was like,
cut the cameras. I'm done.
As soon as she talked about, they were eating at the table, and as soon as she started talking about eating, he said, sex is off the table.
And so is my appetite. Cut the cameras.
And that's what it was. He was like, I'm eating right now, but I won't be eating nothing else.
Period.
Is this too rated R?
No.
Because that's what happened. Anyway.
Jazz After Dark.
Let's move on to Brennan and the Blonde. Brennan and the Blonde. The Blonde sort of insinuated this, that Brennan had a bad temper. She said that she would punish him or punish her throughout the marriage when she didn't act the way that he wanted her to act.
Don't all men do that?
And he said, how did I punish you? What was your punishment? And she said, you left, you yelled, and you would reward me whenever I said and did the things that you wanted me to do. That is manipulation. That is emotional abuse.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. A lot of people don't realize that they are emotionally abusive. But if you don't act the way that your partner wants you to act, and they punish you by giving you the silent treatment,
yeah,
by disappearing for days, by leaving the house, by yelling at you, that's emotional abuse.
And they cheat.
That's what she's saying that you did, Brennan. Now, Brennan said that, this is yelling to her. Me talking in my normal voice is yelling to her. I think that I don't know what to think about that. I wasn't there. I wish that they had shown some footage. And I kind of feel like, I don't know this for sure, if Brennan had yelled at her and emotionally abused her, they probably would have showed some behind the scenes footage of them in the apartment together, right?
Hopefully.
I mean, they've done it before. I think we saw a little bit of footage, but maybe they were arguing or whatever. But I don't know. I don't know how I feel about the Blonde. After all of the clips that I saw on her on the after show, her attitude, her entitlement, I don't know. Somebody said on my TikTok that he made her delete all of her diary cams. Yeah, I mean, that's emotional abuse. That's manipulation. Maybe even some intimidation.
Yeah, totally.
We could see, honestly, during the season that the Blonde was being intimidated by him. I don't know how to feel about it. I honestly don't know, because why would the producers not show us Brennan yelling at her? Like, I don't know. I don't know. Something about the Blonde to me, she seems like rude. I don't know if it's because she had a bad experience on the show. I don't know what it is. But I think where I'm settling is all the couples are all of them just lied. And they're all inauthentic. Every single person on the show is inauthentic, except for maybe Chloe. She was the only authentic one, I think, on the show, period. Everybody lied. It was a lie. They all lied. It was a lie. Everybody lied. It was a lie. They lied. Everybody lied.
They're liars.
Every single person. From Lauren to Orion to Brennan and the Blonde to Pink Hair to Austin, Claire, Cameron, and Michael. Everybody lied. Chloe was the only authentic person on the show.
Period.
Let's move on to the next couple.
Oh, Lord. There's more?
Let's move on to Michael and Chloe, actually.
Yeah, let's get into it.
Can we talk about how good Chloe looked at the reunion, though?
Bomb.
Fresh face, honey. How you look better. She looks better than she did on the show. I don't know what she did, but baby, she looked good. She looked pretty.
Beautiful.
She looked fresh. I think she had on purple. Love the dress. Love the skin. Love everything.
A look.
And you know what? During the season, the way the show was shot and portrayed, and the way that I felt as if Michael was the catch on this show, because Chloe did come off a little bit like, I don't know what it is with her, but Chloe was the catch. And Michael really, he lost. He fumbled the bag. Because he just fumbled the bag. I'm sorry. He fumbled the bag. I don't know if he even wanted to be married, but Chloe was the catch the whole time. And it was really pitched as if Michael was this emotionally intelligent, emotionally mature individual who really wanted to be married, and so much so that he would give it a second chance. The reality is, I think he wanted to be on the show but so he could show his fashions.
What's the fashion show without
his trench
fashion?
coats, his shoes, his sneakers, his big aviator glasses.
Yeah, that's what he wanted.
That's why he wanted to be on the show. The host said that Michael shocked us because he didn't want to be married. He didn't shock me
At all.
Like, he slept with Chloe and he knew he didn't want to be with her. I always say, don't get married on this show if you're not planning on busting it wide open. But I also don't like the fact that you knew you didn't like this girl and you slept with her. Why? You just wanted to see?
Curiosity.
I hope she wanted to see too.
He's a man.
I hope she saw what needed to be seen.
And she did. But did she like it? Tell us, Chloe. DM me.
Chloe said that on the way home after they got married, she asked Michael, so what's my new last name? And he said, don't even worry about that, honey. We ain't even gonna make it that far.
Ooh.
If he told me that, I don't know if I would have busted wide open for him. Or maybe I would have if I just wanted to see.
And you do be wanting to see, but okay.
He said he was not placating. He
Whatever
was
that
really
means.
trying to get married and trying to see if things would work between them. Okay. I wrote down Michael looked like a fetus.
Yeah. Unborn.
Y'all ever seen a sonogram? He looks like a fetus.
Underdone.
He looks a bit underdeveloped.
Yeah. He got some more time.
Y'all ever seen I had a preemie. My baby came out 2 months early. Y'all ever seen a preemie?
Yeah. 2 months.
That's what he looked like. He looked like he needs to go back in the oven for a little bit.
More nutrients.
Because when your preemie come out, my preemie actually came out
A little done.
like I got a steroid shot, and then my preemie came out like 40 hours later. My preemie actually looked a little bit done.
A little bit.
He don't look done.
He look rare.
Yeah. Somebody said, how old am I? I'm 35. I just turned 35 a couple weeks ago. The host asked Michael, do you regret saying no on decision day? Do you regret that? He said, yeah, I do. The host said, oh, so you want to be with Chloe? He said, no, I regret not being in a place that I wish I could have said yes.
Excuse me, what?
You don't regret it then. You don't regret it. How you gonna regret that you weren't in a place where you wish you could have said yes, but you're not in a place where you could have said yes? That don't make no sense. You sound stupid. Don't play with us at home. Talk about, yes, I do regret it. Don't give us like sound bites for previews. You know what I mean? The host asked Chloe if she would give Michael another shot. She said, hell to the no, because guess what? What is for me is not going to pass me. Amen. She said, what's for me is for me. What God has for me is for me.
Period.
And don't ever let a man tell you he don't want to be with you twice.
That's my advice.
Don't ever let a man show you he don't want to be with you twice. Baby, once you show me you don't want to be with me, because why would I go back to you when you show me you don't want to be with me? You said no, period. Hey, good luck. Let me pack your bags. Beyonce said to the left, to the left. Actually, it was Neo who wrote that, to the left, to the left. Everything you own, baby. What?
In the closet, that's my stuff.
When a man goes to the left, what do? We do what's right and head to the right.
Period.
We see the light. Mm-hmm. Okay? We pack up at night. Period. What? Anyway. Let's move on to the next couple. I got a question. Becca and the Blonde love to say they were being manipulated. The men was manipulating them. How were the men manipulating you when y'all were all in a pact to stay together for money?
Yeah, y'all was manipulating yourself.
Claire loves to say she was manipulated. We were being manipulated. The men manipulated us. It was da-da-da-da-da-da. How did the men manipulate you guys if y'all was all in a pact to stay married for the money?
And you knew it. How'd that work?
Like, you had to know that there was a huge probability that this man didn't want to be with you because you knew that he had a pact with the other guys to stay together. And he didn't want to drop the draws. So if I know that my man had a pact to stay with me no matter what through this show to get coin, and he wasn't busting it wide open, he didn't want to be with me.
Period. I was about to say that.
So why was Pink Hair acting surprised that he didn't want to be with her?
Low self-esteem.
Why was she crying on the couch?
Low self-esteem. Low self-esteem. Low self-esteem.
I don't know.
You do know. You know.
I said who was manipulating the women? Was it the men or was it production? Did production know about the pact?
Yeah, they
This
knew.
is why this season was probably the worst season of Married at First Sight.
Ever.
Because like the production had to have known about this. Production had to have known that Austin was flirting with one of the girls on set.
They knew.
And why didn't that come up until the end? That could have been juicy for us to know all season.
Yep.
Like, production, why are y'all keeping this stuff from us? These are things we need to know before the reunion. At least give us the tea. Like, show us the struggle of trying to create a show where you're trying to make true connections and the things that happen. If you had shown us that the men made a pact, I know it doesn't ruin the end of the season for us. It makes us like, oh, these men are trifling. Let's keep watching what happens.
Right.
Like, if you show us that the girl on production was messing around with Austin's a cheater. Show us that.
Exactly.
We don't care if the couples end up together. These are real things that happen throughout the season that disrupted the process. Why not show us that? That's, child, anyway.
It's a reality show. Show us the reality.
I wrote down, this is an example. Don't say I'm wrong, but in a lot of specifically like black households, women lead the finances, women lead the household. Look what happened when you let a man lead.
Girl, they gonna be mad. Did you lie?
They led y'all right into a pact to stay with them, and none of them wanted to be with y'all.
Right to divorce.
Mm-hmm. And Becca and Pink Hair, they led y'all right into crying on the couch.
And breaking up.
Anyway. The host asked Austin, were you attracted to Pink Hair? And he
Hell
said,
no.
yes. And she goes, and he goes, yeah, I was. No, you weren't. You were not attracted to this girl. He was like, we kissed.
Why you always lying?
He literally kissed her like this.
I kissed my dog. I wasn't attracted to my dog.
I ain't never seen somebody kiss like that. I've never seen that in my life. They flash back to a scene where, they made it a month together, and Becca was like, yay, we made it a month together. Kiss me. And Austin said, hold on.
Not the noises, girl. He gagged.
What? Are you not embarrassed? What are we doing and why are we doing it, Becca?
Right.
Why would you let somebody treat you like that?
Low self-esteem? Duh.
She said that he had to be coached. It took him 45 minutes to get to excitement on camera. He don't like you. Keep in mind, this is the same girl who after decision day is still saying, I don't know, every time I see him, I just want to be with him. I love him. How could you love somebody that's disgusted by you?
Low self-esteem.
Every time you see him, you get conflicted. Even at the reunion, he's a good person. He's a good person on the inside. I know him deep down. He's a bad person, girl. He almost threw up when he kissed you and said, he's not a good person. Not for you. Not to you either. Like, what? Can we cut him open and get to the good part? Where is he a good person at?
Right.
That don't make no damn sense.
He hates you.
I'm not saying he's a bad person like who he is. I'm saying in this scenario, he wasn't good to you at all. So what's not clicking? It took a lot for him to give her basic affection, and she's still thinking about being with him. Anyway, one thing, another thing. Pink Hair said that she was hugging him in the kitchen, just hugging him, and he said, "Get off me, you horny girl." What? Get off me, you horny toad. You're gross.
You disgust me. Harlot. Whore.
I'm starting to believe.
Say it.
I wrote down he might have ED.
There you go. He might. I'm not saying he do.
I wish my man would tell me to get off him with my little horny self. He would not be with me. I would not be with him. Get away from me. Yes, she asked him if he wanted to take a shower with their swimsuits on. With y'all swimsuits on? And still, I every time I see him, I think about like when we almost took a shower together with our bathing suits because he didn't want to see me naked. And I miss him so much. It could have worked in another life.
Crazy.
Yeah, in another life where he liked you.
Right, because in this one he didn't.
But he don't.
In this one he didn't.
In another life, it could have worked. We could have had something so special. If only he wanted to see me naked. If only he wasn't disgusted. What's not clicking with y'all? I wrote down Becca doing the bending. She doing the bending.
She want to.
Because imagine being with your man and you on top of him and he like this. He don't want to see you, babe. Okay, I took it too far. I think. Last but not least, let's talk about Cameron and Claire. On the Married at First Sight fan page, they showed some texts that were allegedly, between Cameron and Claire, and they were both in on it. They were both in on everything that happened. They were both in on making it seem like they were going to be together and they liked each other. They were both in on staying together until the end. They were both in on all of it. Those text messages also suggest, if they were true, that Cameron would have done anything to get off the show.
Anything.
Do y'all think that he lied about his health condition? Because the text messages make it seem like we don't know whose text messages these are. This could be a random person. But the Married at First Sight fan page they got the real tea on there. Y'all think he faked the heart condition to get off the show and not have to film anymore? Ooh. Let me know what you think. Anyway, before I saw those text messages, I wrote down they all had a pact and I believe it. I believe Claire was in on it. I believe Cameron was in on it. I wrote down Claire didn't like him and he didn't like her. That's it. I think Cameron be lying. I do think he be lying a lot. I think Claire be lying too, but there's something about Cameron and his inconsistencies. How can you say Claire manipulated me, Claire gaslighted me, gaslit me, Claire did this, Claire did that, and then Claire is one of the best people I've ever met. Claire is literally like, I'm so glad I had her in my life. She's literally one of the best people I've ever come into contact with. How did Claire lie to you, gaslight you here during the reunion, make you look like a bad person, X, Y, and Z, almost blamed her for your heart condition, but then at the end you want to be with her. You want to give it another shot. What? It sounds like you are a manipulative liar. That's what it sounds like. I wrote down Claire and Cameron are both fake, period. I wrote down Cameron he just learned what gaslighting is because he keeps saying it over and over. She's gaslighting me. She's gaslighting me. Do you see the gaslighting? This man worked for ExxonMobil at this point. Okay, we get it. We get it, baby. She's lying. She's a liar. We get it. Whatever. I wrote down Claire wasn't attracted to him after he said she wasn't his type. Keep in mind, Claire looked good as hell at the reunion.
As hell. On point.
Her hair, makeup, dress, or a jumpsuit she had on, everything was fire. Loved it. She looked good as hell. But can y'all believe, I can, that Cameron told the producers that he wanted a athletic European slender girl.
Yeah, I can believe it. He wanted him.
Woo, the white supremacy of it all.
He wanted him.
He said that he wanted a European girl who was slender and athletic. And not even Claire was European enough for him. How you get a European and she not European enough for you? Because she got ass. Do y'all see the way that white supremacy creeps into our own body image issues that society creates? He wanted somebody tall, slender, and European. And the fact that Claire is more petite and got ass, he was like, nope, not white enough. She's a white woman. Woo, child. Anyway. And we wonder where fat shaming comes from. Anyway, at the end of the episode, Cameron started rambling on about God knows what. I wrote down he's a bold-faced lie and now he's gaslighting us. And then he asked in regards to getting back with Claire if he could earn her trust. And she said, no, you don't deserve that. Cameron said, I would like to know if we could be back together. And she was like, no, well, you've lost my trust, blah, 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 blah. But at the end of the day, we found out she dating somebody else. Why didn't I say, no, I'm with somebody. I'm in a relationship. And just dead the conversation. Anyway, I wrote down Cameron is manipulative. I said, why would you want to be with Claire if she's such a bad person? Riddle me that. What's his name? Cameron said that he has a new job in finance. I wrote down with what experience? What finance experience does he have? Did he not just own a bike shop? When did he become a financial expert? And what happened to the bike shop? And why he don't own the bike shop no more? I thought he was a brain surgeon working on bikes. I thought that's how serious it was. Child, anyway, I wrote down the last thing is everybody lied. Everybody lied. Everybody lied. Everybody lied. Anyway, I can't wait to see y'all comments. Just comment and tell me what you thought the funniest part of this video was, hell. Because there's nothing really left to be said about these couples. Anyway, thank y'all for watching. The Married at First Sight fan page already has the next set of couples out. I think we might have a break between now and the new season, so we'll do some fun content in between then. And yeah, I'll see y'all later. Bye.